That's it. Now we're up. We're up.
With Own Every Word, you can own every word in the metaverse.
Hammy Ground.
Dunkles. Oppo Time Snack.
And every word is a one of one. And do we have a roadmap and utility? You bet your ass. Have you read it all yet? Okay. Own every word. It's another NFT project.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Own Every Word, the game show where the word heard submits answers to fill in the blank statements, and our panel debates which is the best answer so the person that submitted can earn incredible NFT prizes. I'm your host, Matt Harris, and I am here with a terrific group of panelists. You all are really in for a treat today, who will each write down what they think is the best fit, argue their point vehemently, and from the words they choose, they'll come to a consensus willingly or unwillingly. We are here every Wednesday, so please join us to see who in the word heard has submitted answers that our panelists feel are the most worthy. And announcement, we have a big week next week. Let's be honest, all of our weeks are big, but next week, check this out. Our next drop is Thursday, April 28th. On our show the day before, Wednesday, April 27th, our guest panelists will be members of the word heard. All panelists will be members of the word heard. You heard it right. Those who are usually the contestants will be sitting in those coveted, highly powerful seats of judgment. It will be a treat to see. Please tune in. But while we're speaking about wonderful seats of judgment, let's meet our panel. First, we have an actor who hails from the state of Virginia. You might have seen him on Drunk History or as the mayor of Titty City, both on Comedy Central. Or you might have heard his voice on the Disney Channel show Pickle and Peanut or on the Hulu show The Mighty Ones. Welcome, Bennie Arthur, everybody. Bennie.
Hey!
How you doing, Bennie?
Me. I'm doing well, Matt. How are you?
I am doing well as well. This is a show. This is a show
That's
about
great.
words. All right, this is a show about words. So
I love words.
I'm glad to hear that because I have a question for you.
Yes.
What word do you think you use more often than the average person?
I would say groovy.
That's a good one.
I like
Good one.
Yeah.
I do like to say groovy, and I feel like not a lot of people really say groovy these days because it's not the 60s, you know. So
Fair point.
Right.
but I've always liked the word groovy. So
And I think that is super. So I will be on the same wavelength. I love it. I love it. All right. Well, speaking of groovy, our next panelist, she's an actor, a writer, a producer, and a voice actor. She is from Seattle. You've heard her on Black Panther's Quest, Marvel Rising, and Madagascar, A Little Wild. She's been a staff writer on Craig of the Creek and head writer on its spinoff, Jessica's Big Little World. She is currently a co-executive producer and co-starring editor on an upcoming show for Nickelodeon Animation Studios. I don't know how she's here tonight because she has all of the jobs. Say hello to Ashleigh Crystal Hairston, everybody.
Woo! Hello, hi.
Hi, Ashleigh.
Tired hearing all
I
that.
know, and that's the show. Thank you, people. Thank you. We're done.
okay.
No, I so glad to have you here. But we're speaking
Thanks for
about.
having me.
Oh, our pleasure. Speaking of words,
Yes.
what is a word in the English language that you could do without?
That I could do without?
What is a word that you
Ooh.
could do without if you never had to hear the word again?
Yeah. Probably declined.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I
Yes.
have like trauma
Good answer. Good answer.
associated with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. No, and in all iterations, I don't even want to hear about something that slopes downhill. We can take that out.
Me neither. Yeah.
Back to
Yeah.
sloping downhill. No,
No
absolutely.
sloping
Yeah.
and no decline chairs. Oh wait, that's a recline.
Yeah.
Take reclined out also.
All the
So no
clients.
recline either?
No reclining, no declining.
No declining, no Kevin Kleining, nothing.
No
they all got to
Kevin
go. You're gonna
Kleining, yeah.
call us
Get
something
him
else.
outta
Come on,
here.
Kevin Klein.
We'll just call him
Gotta
Kev.
go.
We just call him Lil Kev.
Look, Kev.
All right, and our last but certainly not least panelist. Now, you've seen him on such shows as The Middle, Jimmy Kimmel Live, and last week, which I saw, you saw him on Abbott Elementary. It's Tommy Bechtold, everybody.
Hi.
Tommy, what's up, man?
Thrilled to be here, Matt. Hello, Word Herd.
Yeah.
It's great to be here.
Yes.
What up, Word Herd?
You all don't even know about the panelists that you have here now, because we have asked everybody a word question. I'm curious for this, Tommy. You have very good access to the words around you. I've always admired you
Thank you.
about you. So let me ask you this: what is your favorite word to use in place of a curse word?
Oh, my niece and I have a very special curse word we invented so that we could swear. She's 4. She's 5 now.
There you
She
go.
just turned 5. We invented the swear word "ding dong Dixon," and whenever we want to swear, we say "ding dong Dixon," and then that's when we know. And now she's so well trained in it. When I say a real curse word in front of her, she'll go, "Did you just say ding dong Dixon?" Like to point out, did I swear? She's really good. So yeah, we use "ding dong Dixon" in my family.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it. So, welcome to the show. Here we go. Let's get to the game, everybody. Now, in each episode of Own Every Word, the game show, we build our questions around a theme. So, the theme in April has been party, but given today's date,
Ooh.
we are focusing on a very specific aspect of partying. And that aspect has to do with 420.
Ooh.
420, April the
What's
20th.
that?
If you don't know what today's holiday is, it will become quite apparent over the course of the game. So each fill in the blank is based around that theme. And with that, round 1 has begun. And here is the first fill in the blank prompt. The weed is grown. This weed is grown especially for Gen Z. You don't smoke it, you blank it. Now, let's see what the Word Herd has submitted. This weed is grown especially for Gen Z. You don't smoke it, you challenge it. You don't smoke it, you sense it. You don't smoke it, you juiced it. You don't smoke it, you triple it.
Oh.
You don't smoke it, you bench press it.
Yeah.
You don't smoke it, you flaunt it.
Oh.
Yeah.
You don't smoke it, you buzz kill it. You don't smoke it, you drink it. You don't smoke it, you exhale it. And you don't smoke it, you smell it. So from those words right there, I want each of you to pick out the word that you think is the correct fit to this sentence. Write it down on a piece of paper.
Okay.
And be prepared to talk about why. All of these right here. Gen Z is a very interesting generation because
Yeah. Is that us?
kind of where does it start? Who knows?
Yeah.
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 I've heard that I'm in Gen Y, but I'm also in Gen Z. I've been called the very, very, very early part of a millennial. Who knows?
Right. Oh.
Who knows?
Yeah.
But the juiced it. I don't know about no juice weed. I mean, I've eaten
Yeah.
it. All right. So I'm seeing eyes up. Has everybody written down an answer?
Yes.
All right. So
Yes.
I'm going to go down the panel as I see it. And first, Benny Arthur, I'm going to start with you. What did you choose and why? Share that with us.
I chose exhale
Okay.
because I feel like, what's the total opposite of smoking the weed? Exhaling the weed. So maybe you're just made of weed and you exhale the weed.
There you go.
So
There
yeah,
you
that was my thinking. I'm not sure if that's correct, but that was my thinking.
No, you know what? Stand on it. All right, it's correct. And being whatever
Okay.
generation that I'm from, I still remember the whole Bill Clinton didn't inhale thing.
That's right.
Exactly.
This
I'm
weed you
Generation
And
X.
what was the point of that? What was he just trying to get some smoke in his lungs a little
Yeah.
bit and then
Yeah.
blow it out?
This is
Yeah.
back when a presidential scandal had a completely different meaning.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yes. Yes.
Was
All
that
right,
simpler
so
times?
we have exhale from Benny Arthur. Tommy Bechtold, what did you choose?
Yeah, well, Matt, this is a generation that is very, very on camera. They're all celebrities. As far as I know, everyone in Gen Z is an influencer. They're TikTokers. And what is TikTok all about? Challenges. So I said, challenge.
Yes. I like that. That's a good.
Own every word challenge. It must be nice. I'm trying to be like you. My God. Yeah.
Lost it.
Yeah, we should be dabbing, dating.
Yeah.
The whole thing. That's a compelling argument right off the bat. So moving on to you, Ashleigh, what did you choose?
I thought Tommy and I actually had this. I thought we had the same answer because I was going to say the same thing. This Gen Z generation, they're all about, being on camera and being seen and showing off what they got. And so I said that this weed is grown especially for Gen Z. You don't smoke it, you flaunt it.
Oh, I almost said flaunt.
Oh.
I almost said flaunt. I almost said flaunt.
You said, look what I got. Oh, I got you a little bag here. And but
I think that's. I bet you if you go through most of the TikToks of today, there will mostly be people just showing the marijuana that they have.
Check.
Yeah.
I got this
especially
weed.
the growers, the ones that are growing, they got the whole plants everywhere in their house,
Yeah, they would be growers and showers, based off of your argument.
Absolutely.
So we have a lot of compelling arguments here, panelists. So here is what you are going to do now. You have heard the words, and we have three different choices here. You heard from Benny, you've heard from Tommy, you've heard from Ashleigh. Now, I want you to write down your final choice. Were you swayed to go in another way? Are you going to change your answer? Write down that final choice. And while you're doing that, we're going to go over to our director, the illustrious Sam Proof, and see what the word heard is saying. Sam, what's going on out there?
All right, let's take a quick look. Sam Kimbrell, another Sam, is on Ashleigh's team. Ashleigh's got a strong argument.
I got a strong argument.
It's like 90% of the chat is definitely on your side, I think.
Wow.
All right. Jules, Team Buzzkill. Right? Well,
Okay.
That was a choice, not an indictment of our first.
Yeah, exactly.
That was an option.
Somebody had definitely said that Gen Z was entirely Team Buzzkill, I believe. Boogie says, challenge, that's the way to go, my friend. I have some authority that this may be Boogie's word.
I like the hustle, Boogie. I like the hustle.
Brian's will be accepted. My Venmo. Anyway, T. Richardson, I think this was a Clinton thing. These newbies don't smoke it. Oh, wait, no, this wasn't the Clinton thing. These newbies don't smoke it. They hashtag it. Not one of the words. But this is the Clinton one. Yo-Yo Johnson says, he may have been lying.
You know what?
Shocking news.
You'd hate to think a president could ever lie. You want to think once they get up to that office.
William Clinton? Shame. Shame.
I mean, I think,
insinuating.
I think we've got an inside beam on
that man would be dishonest.
Yeah. Right. Well, let's get some honest opinions back to you and see if you can come to a consensus.
All right. Thank you, Sam. All right, panel. Let's see what you wrote down first. Let's go to you, Benny. Were you swayed one way or another? What is your final decision here?
I was persuaded to go this way. I went with flaunt. I agree with what Ashleigh was saying. And also, to be fair, I wrote exhale because of what you brought up, Matt Harris, the whole inhale thing, because I'm Generation X.
Yeah,
So
baby.
yeah.
Oh.
So,
All right. Okay. So we have a flaunt
Yeah.
now coming
So,
from Bennie,
flaunt.
Arthur. Tommy,
Okay.
what about yourself here?
Well, in the beginning, it was between flaunt and challenge for me. And I have to say, I'm not ashamed to admit when I got it wrong. I said flaunt, baby.
Boom!
flaunt.
Two coming around the mountain
so
when they
true.
go.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, Ashleigh, it's over to
Alright.
you. Do we have a
Okay.
consensus where you swayed, or did you keep steadfast to your choice? What is it?
Well, I thought both friends made very compelling arguments. I am going to stick with the flaunt as well.
Yes. Yes. You're
Flaunt.
right. You knew you were right.
You know,
Yes.
I think
You,
and
you
actually,
know.
that
you
was
know.
the absolute, I will say, correct answer. So, flaunt is our winner. Congratulations
Wow.
to
Yay.
Andy
All
C.S. Chan. Andy C.S. Chan,
All right.
you nailed it. This weed is grown especially for Gen Z. You don't smoke it, you flaunt it. So congratulations to you.
Congrats.
You'll be receiving
So-
free, official, Own Every Word NFT of your crypto.com/NFT name. That was
Okay.
and let me tell you something. That was such a smooth. You all are all in sync in your brain. I feel it. I feel it right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
There's a chemistry
Yeah.
here that's working.
Yes.
So
It's
This feels
like
good.
the
This
guys,
feels right.
we came right back. I hadn't
It's-
seen them in
Yeah.
years, but we fell right
it's
back
right
in
there.
line.
It's hive mind. Okay. This is the kind of stuff that they try to teach in improv classes that aren't around anymore. So with that, we're gonna move around. We're gonna move
see.
over to round 2. Let's see what
Okay.
round 2 the word herd has submitted. All right. Willie Nelson and Snoop Dogg have recorded a new song about getting high. It's called Blank. I'm already excited.
Okay.
Let's see what the
yes.
word herd submitted.
And this is real? Did they really do this?
It could be. It could be.
Oh, okay.
We're going to see what the word herd. So, Willie Nelson and Snoop Dogg have recorded a new song about getting high. It's called Rehashes. It's called Zambezi. It's called Fort Knox Shots. It's called Formulations Finally Juiced. It's called Consummately Anarchaic. I'm sorry, Consummately Anarchic. It's called Unconscious Apple Pie.
Okay.
It's called Classic Gleeful Fat Tuesday.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
It's called Self-Destruct. It's called Bud Fevers. It's called Unshaven. Woo!
Okay.
You have your work
All
cut
right.
out ahead.
Wow.
Wow.
You know what? Not a wrong answer in the bunch, guys. I got to say, tip my cap to all of you.
Very, very much so. All of these would be albums that I would, or songs that I would want to hear immediately.
Yes.
And
For sure.
big kudos to you, Word Herd, on really pushing the word limit of what you could submit
Truly.
Mhm.
for
Yeah.
a song title. All right, respect.
I also feel bad because I almost wore a Willie Nelson shirt
Wow.
to this.
I would have gotten
So-
chills if you did that. Wow.
I know. I feel like I would have just won, but
Yeah,
yeah.
well, I mean, you know, that's how you win. You show up in Willie Nelson paraphernalia.
Attire. Yes.
That was what my wife wore at our wedding. All right.
Perfect.
So let's see. All right. I think I'm seeing eyes up. I think we're ready to go. So this time, sometimes I mix the order, and I'm going to do that right now. This time, we're going to start with you, Tommy Bechtold. What
Yes.
did you have
Well,
that
let's
jumped
be
out at
honest.
you?
Let's be honest. This has been a couple of years of illness. This has been, I mean, we've got symptoms running amok. And
Mhm.
both of these men, if weed consumption were to be an illness, they would have been sick for going on 40 years each. Willie probably closer to 70 years each. So I said they both got a case of the old Bud Fever.
Yeah.
Woo!
Bud
Okay.
Fever is great
Okay.
third baseman for the Milwaukee Brewers in the 70s. Bud Fever.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Oh, yeah. He
Him
had
and
shaky
Robin
hands.
Yount.
That's right.
All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and move on down the panel. Ashleigh, what jumped out at you from this cornucopia.
Sorry, I was Googling Willie Nelson songs. I know so many. Okay, so listen. No, I really do know. I really do. That's real. Just kidding. No, now it sounds like I don't know it. Okay, whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna go with. Oh, right. So, let's see. First, I want to say shout out to whoever picked this one that I'm picking because it's such a hard word to spell. Unconscious. I always forget the C and the S in the middle. So that's
right.
That's tough. So I want to shout out that person first. Also, apple pie. Getting high. Nothing more American than that. And that is what Snoop Dogg and Willie Nelson both represent for me.
That's
personally.
right.
Yeah.
And so I did go with unconscious apple pie.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Okay.
I'm feeling that. I mean, I can back up that argument of Willie Nelson and Snoop Dogg being American staples because the two of them have covered so many car commercials and products going. Both of them have played the Super Bowl. I want to say, or at least appeared there multiple times.
Yes.
But you don't really get more American than that. And hey, when you're coming down with some munchies, apple pie will hit the spot. So yeah, okay, I'm with you there. I'm definitely with you there. All right. Benny Arthur, over to you.
Okay. Well, I was thinking Willie Nelson, Snoop Dogg, they're amazing, and them coming together to record a song is just going to be the best thing ever, So that was my thought process. And I was like, what might be the best thing ever? But also you kind of know it's gonna be the best thing ever, right?
Right. Yeah.
So that's why I went with classic gleeful Fat Tuesday.
Wow.
That's very compelling.
Snoop Dogg and Willie Nelson getting together to record a song together is going to be the best song ever made.
It'll be a classic. Instant classic.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well,
yes.
I don't envy you, panel, because now you've heard some very compelling arguments going all the way up and down. You've got your work cut out for you. So take in what you heard, take in those arguments that you heard, write down your final answer, and we'll go over to the beautiful man that he is, Sam Proof, and see what the word heard is saying. Maybe they can help us out here. What are they saying? Sam.
All right. Yeah. First off, again, starting with the other Sam. So these are all Leonard Cohen songs. American staples. What happens next in the chat is unprecedented. It's Team Ashleigh all the way because Jacob says this is clearly unconscious apple pie.
Yeah.
So Tariq backs it up with unconscious apple pie. Sounds like something I've done. Wouldn't know though.
Well,
sure.
Of course.
I love it, Soda Reap. I love it.
Random fauna, unconscious apple pie sounds like a dream. I would stipulate a fever dream, but yes.
A bud fever dream?
Yeah.
Bud fever.
Reno,
it's kind of like Pac-Man fever, right?
Oh, yeah. But less disco.
Yeah.
Reno Cap says, now I want to eat some apple pie until I get unconscious. If we could only aspire to do something quite like that.
And you can.
And
you can.
And wrapping that up, Iris Lunatic says, unconscious apple pie sounds like a lawsuit in the making. That is a civil suit I am willing to get into. And real quick, followed it up with this one. Willie Nelson's blood type is THC. I read this initially so fast that I just thought it said Willie Nelson's blood type is thick. I think both stand.
It is thick. It's got to be thick at this point. He's so old, it's got to be like, it's just jam.
Yeah. I actually reid that as TLC.
Oh,
when it came up, I was like,
because he's a creep.
He's a creep. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, speaking of chasing
back to-
waterfalls, let's get back to this that we're working on right here. Because I mean, look, somebody mentioned it in the comments, especially with Willie Nelson, and I actually read this. Johnny Knoxville said this. He smoked weed, and what he had to say was that Willie Nelson's weed is a commitment. That's what he said it was. And I can get behind that. So
Yes.
you have written down final answers. Here we go. Let's see if we can come to a consensus. Tommy, we'll start with you. Where did you go? Did you stick to your guns? Did something else come up?
The people have spoken, Matt, but I ain't too proud to beg. I stuck to my guns, and I said Bud Fevers.
Boom, boom.
I said Bud
That's
Fevers.
Bud
Okay.
Fevers.
the way to go.
That sounds like a club banger right there to me.
That's right.
Okay, so then.
That sounds like a guy I dated once.
Oh, Ashley, you got to break up with Bud Fevers.
You know,
Yeah.
I know
He's no
it's
good
not
for
good.
you.
Oh, Bud
you
Fever.
broke up, but you didn't block, so be careful. So moving over to you, Miss Ashley Crystal. What do you got?
Oh shoot, I didn't write it down, but I actually I'm picking Bud Fevers. Also.
Hey!
You have been
Funny
swayed.
name.
Yeah,
It's a-
yeah.
It's a funny name.
It's a funny name.
Yeah.
George
Am I
Ferguson.
throwing it? Is that okay to do? What is
Yes.
that? Never mind.
Yes, it's
Oh,
yes,
okay.
yes. You are the final
Okay.
judge here. What you say is law. It is decree.
Oh,
It is,
shoot.
yes, that no. Now you know the
Okay.
power. Now you know the power that you
Okay.
have. Wield it responsibly.
Uh-oh.
So Benny Arthur, we got 2 Bud Fevers. Where did you
Benny.
go?
Which way
So,
did you do?
do all three of us have to agree for someone to win?
Oh, we do?
That's true. You have to reach a
do all
consensus.
Okay, I
three.
switch.
Now listen. If you came up with something else, you can argue your case and see if you can sway the other two. But a consensus it must, and it will be reached.
Well, okay. I wrote this down, but we will chat and make sure that
Let's
someone
talk, yeah.
wins. But
Yeah,
so my
Benny,
original,
do you have Bud Fevers right now?
You speak your no. You speak your truth, Benny Arthur. You speak your truth, and you stand on it like a rock.
Danny,
I
I can
just-
play back. Which one did you?
Okay, I originally was going to go with unconscious apple pie myself.
Okay.
So I went with unconscious apple pie.
Wow.
But I also really want someone to win. So now I feel bad.
Well, you don't have to feel bad. You just have to change your answer.
Here's what you can
Okay.
do. Here's what we have. All right. What we
Benny,
have now,
confused.
what we call a non-consensus. So in a non-consensus, I'm putting 60 seconds on my little clock right here, meaning my phone. And so you have 60 seconds. Argue for the life of your piece. You against the other two who will argue against you changing it after 60 seconds. What can you come to on the clock now and go?
Me first?
Yeah. However, this is up to the panel now.
All
Argue
right.
your case. You
Okay.
start, Benny. All right.
Okay,
Benny, argue.
so
It's Bud Fevers.
unconscious apple pie. Okay, apple pie, like Ashley said, is an American classic, just like Snoop Dogg and Willie Nelson are American
Yeah.
classics. And
I
also,
know.
when I smoke, I want to be unconscious. So
Yeah,
it's unconscious apple pie.
Mm.
So
Okay.
Wow. Well, you
All
still
right.
got about 45 seconds there, champ. So
Yeah.
you want to plug
Okay.
something? Or?
Do we have a rebuttal? Is there any rebuttal from,
Yeah.
from the other?
You know what
panel?
else is American? Budweiser. Okay. So we can take Bud in so many different ways. It's the king of beers, currently owned by a Belgian company, but we don't have to talk about that.
Okay.
The Clydesdales, the baseball games. What's more American
Yes.
than that? And fevers? Like 80% of the country's had a fever over the last 2 years, and some of it feels like
Yeah.
a fever dream.
Nothing more
Yeah.
American.
And
than
we
a
are at
fever
60
right now.
seconds. So here comes the turnaround. All right. So either Benny, you have been swayed, or Tommy and Ashley, have you been swayed? We'll start with you, Benny, because you're the first that I'm looking at. What answer are you gonna go with?
Bud Fever.
Bud Fever.
Bud Fever.
Whoa.
Yes.
Benny Arthur, in his infinite wisdom,
Great job,
found
Benny.
himself swayed and,
Welcome
was,
to the
and
team, buddy.
very much came down to it.
I really thought about it too. Like
Yeah,
I really
yeah.
took a second
I saw
Yeah.
those eyes.
I
and
saw the goodness in your heart.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so we do
I
have a
feel
winner.
bad though. We
con-
we turned on the word herd. I feel a little bad.
Sorry, word herd.
No. Hey, listen.
You're a bunch of
Sorry.
word nerds
They
now.
understand it. They understand
Damn.
it. The views of Tommy Bechtold are his and not supported by owner. No, congratulations to Glow Creature. Glow Creature.
Congrats,
You
Glow
are the
Creature.
winner. You will be receiving a free official, unofficial, own every word NFT of your crypto.com/NFT name. And we move on to round 3.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, round 3 is I hate living with a stoner. Everything in our house always smells so blank. And let's see what the word heard submitted. I hate living with a stoner. Everything in our house always smells so sweaty. Always smells so depressed, basically.
Oh no.
Always smells so hammered.
Hmm.
Always smells so hoarded. Always
Oh
smells
my
so
God.
insufferable. Always smells so floral. Always smells so smoky. Always smells so weird. Always smells so inhumanly fertile. And always smells so slimy.
Why do you smell slime?
You know?
I don't wanna, but I like
respect
it.
for putting it out there.
Yeah.
So, my illustrious panelists, this is what you have to work with, and you have quite a bit to work with. So, get your pens, get your papers, get your arguments ready. Yeah. Smelling hammered. That is a deep one that goes. It brings up a lot of imagery from me, sense memory, as they say in the acting biz. But I have lived with a few stoners in my time, and you do get a plethora of aroma that goes through the home. The
That's
home
a great
front,
word.
as it were.
By the way,
Plethora and aroma.
maybe I should say plethora for the word that I love, because that's a great word.
You
That is a great word.
I feel like we need to throw it more into our everyday repertoire.
Yes.
But I'm seeing that hands have stopped moving. I'm seeing eyes are up. So this time, we're going to start with Ashleigh. Ashleigh, what do you have for us?
Well, I am speaking from personal experience. I once lived with a stoner, and she was high all the time, from morning to night. And so a lot of these words are triggering some physical, responses in my body.
Absolutely.
But having said that, I'm from Seattle, Washington, where when you get off the plane, you smell it right away.
It goes down.
It's everywhere. So I'm going to go with smoky.
Oh yeah!
Wow.
Oh yeah!
Smoky.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Accurate,
Yeah.
to the point. It's got everything that you need right there. And so going along in the area that I see it is, Bennie Arthur, you're up. What do you have here?
Okay.
Okay. I was thinking about this long and hard, and I was like, you know what? I just really love that this would be a smell. So I'm like hammered, because I just imagine someone saying, "Hey, I'm tired of living with you because I'm tired of my place smelling hammered." The smell of hammered. So
That's right.
You're so mad at that person that you come up with a way to make hammered into a smell. That's how mad you are.
Smelling so hammered in here, and to a person that's high, that's gonna blow their mind. Right?
Yeah. So they'll be thinking about that for at least an hour.
Yeah.
You know.
Absolutely.
Good answer. Good answer.
All right, very
For
good answer.
sure.
We've got Smokey, we've got Hammered. Tommy B, what's going on with you here?
You know, these were all great words, and so far both panelists have come up with some really top-notch answers, and I have no qualms with either of them. But much like Ashleigh, I too have lived with stoners in the past, and one thing I remember about them is they don't move around a lot. You know,
True.
they tend to be almost to the point of like devastatingly, annoyingly on the couch, sweating into the couch, creating a funk. So I said sweaty, and I made the S a dollar sign.
I
Boom.
love that.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Put some money on it, make it
Yeah.
real. That's hey,
Sweaty.
that's real.
Sweaty. I'm talking 14 hours of Law and Order SVU, sweaty couch.
Wow.
Oh, yes. No, I can already smell it right now, and it doesn't make me feel
Did we
good.
get Domino's? We just ordered Domino's an hour ago.
No.
Did we get more? I don't know. You think Tom ever wants to use the TV? Probably not. He's in his room crying all the time.
This is life with a stoner in Los Angeles,
Yeah.
everybody.
Yes.
Know about it. All right. These are all wonderful answers. These are all very compelling arguments. They all ring with truth. So with that, take in the information you have, write down your final answer, and let's check in with Mr. Sandproof to see what the word herd has to say about all this. I wonder if they are as traumatized living with a bunch of stoners as
I
we
feel
all
like
seem to
Tommy
be.
and I had the same roommate.
J.K. Palm says this is obviously inhumanely fertile.
Obviously, that way to lean into it.
Clearly, I
JK.
guess we should all just wrap it up because it's been solved for us. Thank you.
Obvi.
Yeah.
Avi.
Stacey Rumiker says I was Ashleigh's roommate.
Oh.
Yes.
Stacey wasn't my
it's been
roommate, but we
revealed.
spent a couple fun nights out on the town, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, Stacey that day. I would live with Stacey any day. Again.
Oh my God, yes.
Mr. Dude says, what was the question? What?
Oh, Mr.
Yeah,
Dude.
exactly.
I like your
Mr. Dude.
avatar.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
it's good. And then Stacey's back asking Ashleigh, did I leave my bog when I moved out? So we'll get that worked out. You can send that along.
Well, did she?
Inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did she?
Well, I mean,
Yep.
yep.
Okay.
There it is. There it is.
All right.
Yes, you did.
I get it
Irish
back
lunatic,
to it.
all right, Irish lunatic is back and says it usually smells like microwave dinners and gummy bears. Is it like a specific dinner?
That's one of my grandma's house smelled like that though. So and as far as I know, she didn't smoke weed.
I like the idea of microwave dinners and gummy bears together.
Yeah.
I have to disagree wholeheartedly. That sounds terrible.
But you put the gummy bears on the Hungry Man
Oh
dinner.
no.
So,
With
yeah.
Salisbury steak? No, God. With the gravy?
Oh
It's
God,
called,
no,
it's
I'm
called
out
dinner
again.
and dessert, people. Dinner and dessert.
All right, and bringing it full circle, Random Fauna says, as long as I'm not inhumanely fertile, I don't care what it smells like.
Ah,
All right. Back to you.
Yeah.
makes sense.
Back to our
Yeah.
panelists. I know inhumanely
Yeah,
fertile. I
yeah.
was like, that's
That's wild.
yeah. So now you have had time. You have written down those final answers. We'll start with Ashleigh, Crystal Hairston. What did you have for
Oh.
us here?
Sure. Listen, Tommy's description of the roommate, Stacey, who we both shared, was so spot on, and so I loved all the answers. But he really took me to a place with that answer, and so I have been swayed. I have been swayed, and I did go with sweaty, and I drew a
Sweaty.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
long sweaty tongue that I drew.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Wow. Yeah.
Stoner sweat. Stoner
What's
sweat
that
is what we
called?
have that we've been swayed to. I love the illustration. It paints a picture and creates a smell in my own
Sure.
nose. So Benny, now we're
Yeah.
moving over to you. What did you get down there?
Sometimes people just are really good at making arguments, like just really are they like just have an effect on you, and you're
Yeah.
like, you know what? I really hadn't thought about that, but now I hear about that. I
Right.
very much know that smell
Yeah.
and that you're describing, and being over at your friend's house, and it just smells like that, and
Uh-huh.
it's horrible. So
Yeah.
I was swayed as well by the lovely Tommy to go
You
with
guys.
sweaty.
Wow,
You
wow,
guys.
wow.
Yes.
And kudos to you on that speech right there, Benny, because I'll tell you right now, if any politician had literally just said what you said word for word, I would vote for them every single time,
Whoa.
no matter what platform they run on.
Yeah.
Let that be a lesson
Thank
to you
you.
out there, to all the politicians that I know are watching this show. So Tommy, you are a very persuasive man. I can say this right now. I really hope you don't get into multi-level marketing. But what was your final answer here?
Matt, the skincare sells itself once you buy the initial pack, and your friends are going to want it immediately. All you need to do is make 4 to 5 sales a month, and you're bringing in extra income.
That sounds
no.
reasonable.
dear.
I could be making money.
Let's cut this short. I said insufferable. No, I'm just kidding. Of course, I said sweaty. My own answer.
Look at that. Stoner sweat. I mean, that it is a thing, and all of you out there, some of you are probably
Yes.
checking yourself right now, realizing we mean you.
Hey guys, and by the way, if you're
Yeah.
thinking about getting into the skincare game, use my promo code Tommy B Sweaty Boy for 40% off your first package.
Because we
Let's
be
join the
fortunate
hype
here.
train, guys. Join the Tommy B train. Woo woo! Next stop, Cashville.
It's taking off soon, and I'm going to be the first on it. So we do have a winner, and congratulations to Irish Lunatic.
Whoa!
Always there in the comments
Yes.
stream, always giving us that good stuff. Irish Lunatic.
Yes.
You'll be receiving a free unofficial Own Every Word NFT
I
of
don't know
your
if
own
that's safe
crypto.com.
to give anything to an
/stream.
Irish lunatic.
You brought us to a place, Irish Lunatic, and it was a place that I don't know that we're going to want to go again.
Yeah.
So we are on to round 4, and here's what's special about round 4. It's the twofer round, where only people with 2 cards can submit. This is going to be a fun one. Let's see what we have for round 4.
Oh.
You kids today have it
I
so
see.
easy with pot. You have it so easy with pot being legal. There we go. I got it out. You kids have it so easy today with pot being legal. In my day, we had to buy it behind a blank and pay for it
Oh my
with
God.
blank.
Whoa.
Dear.
Okay.
Let's see what the word heard submitted. I'm a little nervous. Okay, you kids have it so easy today with pot being legal. In my day, we had to buy it behind a casino and pay for it with hospitality.
Oh,
We had to buy it behind a pathway and pay for it with illusions.
oh.
We had to buy it behind a wallpaper and pay for it with sex.
Heyo.
We had to
Oh.
buy it behind a courtroom
Whoa.
and pay for it with proposal. We had to buy it behind a hotel and pay for it with rodeos, buy it behind a garage and pay for it with shale, buy it behind a luau and pay for it with eschewing, buy it behind a wine bar and pay for it with excuses, buy it behind a store and pay for it with money, or buy it behind a towpath and pay for it with 6-pack.
Ah.
Okay.
Whoa!
Wow.
All
Word
A lot
right.
of good
Heard,
ones here,
you
guys.
have
Yeah.
really
Word heard
made their
really
word
came
cut
through.
make their work cut out for them.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, this is a tough one, especially when I'm looking
right.
at what the word heard considers currency, because you can sell something, you can buy something behind just about anything.
Hmm.
But when you're getting into a currency,
Yeah.
and this is a crowd that understands NFTs, so I am interested to see what you came up with. So I'm seeing that we have some eyes up. Don't you rush too hard, Benny, because I see that you're still working away there.
I'm
But
still going to.
you still
I'm
going as well?
to. We have double the words when you double the
Because
time.
I'll even tell you right now, eschewing is definitely an SAT word that I may or may not have to look up.
Yes.
Sure.
Just so
I
that
believe
understand.
eschew means to like skip something, to move past it.
Yes,
if
it
you
means
eschew,
deliberately avoid
Eschew.
using or to abstain from.
Mm,
That is what it
okay.
is. All right.
Shoot.
Oh,
Thank you.
Yes.
Sam.
He appealed to the crowd to eschew
Deliberately
violence. So now we know.
Thanks, Sam.
Yeah.
The
Thank
more
you,
you know.
Sam.
All right.
Thank you,
if
Sam.
it's about words, we're going to get vocabulary lessons. So I'm seeing eyes up. I'm seeing pins down.
Up, pens down. That's the way we go this round.
Benny Arthur, I'm starting with you.
Okay. I wrote down an answer and then decided to go back and change my answer.
Take us through your process. I love it.
Yeah, I'm going through my process here. And the reason why I did this was I was like, maybe I'll just go totally logical with this. Of like,
Absolutely.
I'm going to buy something. I don't want people to see me buy this.
Mm-hmm.
I have stuff to buy this with, and it's typical stuff that you will have to pay to buy something.
Okay.
So I went with behind the store with money.
That's
Tough to argue with that one.
You know, right there. I will say that is absolutely accurate. That a lot of weed was bought and sold behind stores with money.
Not that I ever bought weed.
Who did?
Right.
Who did? Who knows anybody who
You got it for free.
Yeah.
You're a celebrity.
Absolutely.
You got it from drug history groupies. So we're like, wait a second. Here's a dime bag.
What a crossover that audience had, the drunk history hypes. All right.
Yeah.
So let's just move it on down. Tommy, what do you got?
Well, I appreciate Benny's integrity that he used money to buy drugs behind a store, but I consider this question a bit of a Rorschach test. And for me, I got a lot of my drugs behind bars, not behind bars as in jail, but behind like a wine bar or behind a drinking bar.
Right.
And how I paid for it was, hey, man, mind if I Venmo you on Monday? Because it was excuses. Wine bar and excuses. Hey, you take PayPal?
Yeah.
I'll hit you up as soon as I get back inside the bar. Never delete the number. Never speak to him again. Free drugs, baby. Free drugs.
That's the weed hustle right there. The weed hustle. And such a classy place, too, because it's behind the wine bar.
That's
And you go back in there.
You go to that one on Burbank Boulevard that
There you
says
go.
wine and cheese. You get a nice
Get a nice
bread.
Pinot
call up your
Grigio,
guy. Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
with a little Gouda
Get
on
a
the side.
Moscato and some Gouda, yes.
All right. So, Ashleigh, I'm so excited to hear what you have to say about this.
Oh, get excited, Matt. Get excited because I went with, listen, I don't have a great answer for why I went with
All the
I
better.
thought about changing it at the last minute. But one thing I can say is that, listen, I'm very old. Aside from what you all are seeing here on camera, I'm very, very old. So back in my day, you know, this was the way that we did things, you know, good old hospitality. That is,
Okay.
There you
and I
go.
wish we could get back to that, you know.
The simpler time.
And
Yeah.
the simpler times when, you know, you were respectable and
You know,
showed your company a good, respectable, reasonable time. And so for that reason, I went with back in my day, I don't know, casinos are fun too. We had a casino and we had to pay for it with hospitality.
I love it. Pull on up, have a glass of lemonade behind this casino. Take a load off, have some candy in exchange for weed. That would be, now I'm just thinking of the the Southern gentleman weed dealer from the 90s, just out there going, "Well, I do declare."
Good evening. Would you like to partake in my wares? This is small batch weed from the Henderson farm, just a mile north.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. All right. So we have some very compelling arguments here. We have a potential new sketch character that we're going to work on. But with all that, I want you to absorb this like you would absorb THC and let it flow through your pen on your final answer. As we go to Sam Proof to check in on what the word heard is saying. Sam, what are they saying?
Yeah, what are they saying?
Oh, that was such a quick segue. You caught me off guard almost there. Let's take a look. Super Dan, the little-known courtroom proposal for the win.
Well, the win. All right.
Yep. Irish Lunatic, Mad with Power from their win. Wallpaper Sex is the new option at the Willy Wonka Factory of Fun.
Ah.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
It kind of sounds like a new, like, what's his name? The watermelon sugar guy?
Harry Styles.
Harry Styles. Harry Styles.
Oh, yeah.
That's his next track. Yeah.
Wallpaper sex. How?
I see it.
All over the TikTok.
Casino hospitality.
Moonraven calling Benny out. Benny eschewing his own answer.
Wow.
Vocabulary.
Wow. Okay.
That's fired.
Put on the spot. All right, Random Fauna says, I used to buy mine behind a Rally Burger and pay for it with self-incriminating collateral.
Oh,
wow.
For that coming out in the
that mean?
What you will do for weed.
Like a bloody glove from a murder scene? I don't understand.
It was the time for it.
If they ever find a body in the LA River.
Yo-Yo Johnson says, I bought it in the woods behind a pathway and pay with excuses. I'll get you tomorrow.
That's right, Yo-Yo Johnson.
Okay.
Boom,
Yeah.
boom, kind of put them together.
Waiting for you says everyone tries to pay with excuses, especially after the wine bar.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
Great point.
Right.
And I can't go anywhere without a quick shout out to Sam Kimbrell. Team, thank you, Sam. Thank you, Sam.
Thank you, Sam.
Okay.
And now back
Thank
to
you,
the
Sam.
panelists.
Thank you, Sam.
Thank you.
All right. So you've heard the arguments. You've heard everywhere we're going. Let's go to Mr. Eshu, apparently. No, Benny Arthur, what do you have for your final answer here?
Well, I'll be honest. I eschewed my answer big time. So there's no way I'm going to keep my answer because I eschewed it. Right?
Okay.
I'm saying it right?
Yes. You know what? Eventually, you'll get there. Yes.
Yeah. Eventually.
I'm going to eschew answering that. Yes.
Yeah.
So, but in all realness, people just have a way to convince you, with their arguments, right? People just have a way, like, I don't know what it is, because it's like, okay, yes, a great place to buy it would be behind this. And a great way to get it would be like, hey, I want it free. So I'll pay you tomorrow.
Whoa!
Wine bar excuses.
Wine bar excuses. Back to you, Tommy.
I'm loving it. That is right. It is over to you, Tommy.
Wow.
Were you swayed? Did you stick to your guns? Because you have inspired.
Benny has been, he's been very flattering, and I appreciate all of that. And he's right. People have a way of convincing each other and convincing people to do things. People have a certain charisma. That's why we have cults. That's why we have all these great cults popping up all over America. And honestly, I encourage you to go to your local library and check out a cult near you and just go give them a try. Go 10, 15 minutes, see what they got to say. But Benny,
they got an answer.
If you're saying that people are good at convincing each other, I ask you, my friend, go to the bathroom and look yourself in the mirror, because I changed my answer to store and money.
What?
We have a
store and money.
Influence. Oh man, I love it. That means that there's something in the stars that is aligning you just with each other. But we'll go.
Yes, like two ships in the night.
We have two. We don't have a consensus, but let's see where Ashleigh fell on that. So Ashleigh, where?
Wow. Listen, later on shortly after I read my response, I realized that I misread the prompt. I misunderstood the prompt, and so I do apologize for that. My response, my answer. And in any other day, I would typically, change my response, my answer. But as Tommy and Benny have both so eloquently put it, people have a way of influencing each other.
Okay.
And I learned early from Tommy B.
Oh boy.
Sometimes you just gotta stick to your guns.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Double down.
Yes.
And go with what you know. So I just stuck with my own.
Wow.
Okay.
Wonderful.
So we have a three-way non-consensus. We will come to a consensus, willingly or unwillingly. 60 seconds on the clock. I'm not even going to tell you who goes first. All three of you have 60 seconds. Do what you can. Convince the other two to come over to your side. 60 seconds. Go.
Okay.
I think casino hospitality is the most fun. Benny, you want to go with casino hospitality?
I think casino hospitality.
We're good, guys. We got a consensus here.
That was record time.
Yes.
That was literally 10 seconds. That has never been done
Power
before.
of persuasion.
That is unprecedented on Own Every Word. We came to a 10 seconds fight for your life. It was white knuckle nail biting the whole time, and it culminated with, "Hey
Me
Benny,
too.
do you just want to change it?" And it was
Yeah.
Whoo!
Well, I also kind of felt like Tommy said, "Hey Benny, you want to do this?" I was scared that if I didn't do that, Tommy would do something.
I would just click leave studio and be gone.
And there it is. I will not work.
Finish the show with 3 people.
Yeah. And
Well-
also, Ashleigh had an amazing argument.
Yeah.
You
know what?
Yeah.
And I will say, hospitality, kind of a good name for a casino. Welcome to Casino Hospitality.
Yes.
We're making moves here.
Yes.
So, casino and hospitality, congratulations to, now, if I butcher this, I am so sorry, but I'm going to say it as I see it, to Satoshiup. Satoshiup or Satoshiup.
I think
congratulations
the S's are soft
to you.
there. Yeah.
Congratulations.
You
Yes.
are the winner of our twofer round. So you'll be receiving a free official, unofficial Own Every Word NFT of yourcrypto.com
Wow.
/NFT name. And now for our final round. This one
baby.
is for the gold and special edition cards only. So, for you who have submitted here, your chances of winning are greatly increased. And let's bring it home with our final round here. What do we have?
Oh my gosh.
We have, Grandma just ate a handful of edibles and now she's blank.
Twerking.
Let's see what the word heard submitted. Come on, our golden special answers. Grandma just ate a handful of edibles and now she's wonderkind. And now she's beat. And now she's political.
Oh.
And now she's heartwarming.
Aw.
And now she's healthy.
Ooh.
And now she's them.
Ah.
And now she's drinking.
Ooh.
And now she's warmed up.
Whoa.
And now she's shaped.
Yeah.
And now
Okay.
she's candy. Each and every one of these making me laugh for its own reason.
Yes.
Yes.
No, big ups to the word heard on these, because
Mm-hmm.
that's all of these form a very good punchline right here. And some of them are leaving a little more questions for me than answers, but I like that.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Sometimes we need more questions in life than people who think they have the answers. And that's me getting philosophical with no.
Like what you just did. What you just did made me feel good.
Boom.
Yeah.
That's what I want to be here to. I want to try to make you feel good. And with that, let's bring it home. We're going to start with, you know what? We're gonna we're gonna start with you, Ashleigh. Just because
Yes.
Like, did we lose
Because
him?
you don't know where I'm going.
Were you frozen? Okay, so grandma, right? Yes, she is a handful. Oh, she ate a handful of edibles. Listen, pandemic was long. All right, long and stressful for me personally, and everyone else for sure. Obviously, of course. I got into some really fun edibles myself.
Yeah.
Nice. As you should.
Well, because gummies though. Like I didn't have gummies before. I'm being honest. I'm being vulnerable here with you all.
This is a safe space. This is safe.
I love them. They're so fun. They taste like candy, the ones I was having. And so I went with candy because I like to imagine seeing grandma sitting there. She ate so many edibles that she herself has turned into a gelatinous gummy called square.
I would, definitely to her. To her, she would have become that.
Oh yeah, and I like So I'm going with candy just because I can picture grandma sitting there.
Love it, just like candy. All right. That's a wonderful answer. And so with that, Tommy Bechtold, what do you have?
You know, Matt, drugs can change a person.
Yes, they can.
You know? and a lot of people are just going to play off weed like it's nothing. No, it's a gateway drug. So I said, grandma just ate a handful of edibles and now she's bud fevers.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
Call back.
I'm just kidding. You know, I like to watch videos of old people trying weed for the first time or trying, you know, strong weed for the first time. That's every old person's excuse as to why they smoked weed in college. They're like, it was different then, it was milder. And it's like, okay, whatever. But I think that when old people smoke weed, they get really adorable. They get really cute. They're like, they're so happy and so cuddly and so easy to take their money out of their wallets and purses. So I said, heartwarming, and I split it into 2 words for some reason. For some reason, I put heartwarming into 2 words, which is an indictment on my intelligence. But yeah.
Not at all. You just wanted to hit those syllabic points in
I want to make sure everybody knew. Heartwarming.
There you go.
Not heartwarming.
I love that. I love that, and it is something to see the elder people take a little puff and really start to reminisce about the old days. Not that I'm shouting out anybody in my immediate family, but you know who you are. You know who you are.
You know.
All right. And with that, coming around to Mr. Bennie Arthur, what do you have here?
Well, Matt, I was thinking about this long and hard. You know, edibles, they're fun. You know?
Yeah.
So I haven't had too many edibles, but the times I've had an edible, I've had fun. You know, it's like, hey, we're just hanging out. We're just being ourselves, you know, laughing, having a good time. You know, and also
young and wild and free.
Who's to say maybe this grandma, you know, needed to lighten up a little bit, you know, and like just have a good time, be with the family. Like, you know what? This is a great family and I love all of you. So I want to say heartwarming.
Whoa! Heartwarming as well. Okay.
Yes. Sorry, I mean blood fever.
Hey,
whoa, fever.
These are all compelling arguments. You've actually painted a picture. I hope that one day either those people who kind of work in Hallmark properties or something like that can make us a cannabis commercial for old people around the holidays that encapsulate that sort of feeling, that bring all of your answers together. Also, just all of you is really having the confidence. I want to give you the kudos for having the confidence in grandma's weed tolerance, because if I ate a handful of gummies, I will be in the hospital.
And now she's dead.
That is what I would do. But these are all very compelling arguments. So this one's for the gold. This one is for the marbles. This one is for the championship. So take your time, take these answers, write down your final answer. We will check in one final time with Mr. Sam Proof to see just what does the word heard have to say about all this.
Okay.
Matt, it's funny you should bring up Hallmark because Moonraven says I smell a new Christmas Hallmark movie in the
You
making."
see what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying.
Known for
Moonraven.
Christmas.
And J.K. Palms may have our title here, Bud Fever 2.
Heartwarming tagline, I'm dreaming of a green Christmas. It's right there. It writes itself.
There was a whole lot of, for those of you who missed it last week, Grannies are not the first time they've hit our stream. There was a whole lot of, I'll just say it was the Rimworld stream chat. So I'm going to skip all of that. Just wrap it up with Sam Kimbrell's. We go really hard on grandmas.
Yeah. That's one thing the legacy of this show should leave.
Hard.
We never took it easy on grandmas.
That's right.
Yeah.
Grandma's have had it too good for too long.
Yeah, we'll have that on a t-shirt soon. Super Dan says, word heard, are obsessed with grannies and edibles. And why wouldn't you be?
But not edible grannies, you know what I'm saying?
No.
Just in time for Valentine's.
The season is but young. That's all I will say. The season is but young.
or Bud Fever.
Yeah.
Because our episode tonight was written by Bud Fever, according to Sam Kimbrell. Thank you, Sam. Back to you, everyone.
Yes.
Oh boy, here we go. Where are we? Here we are, and the final. We have heard the arguments. We have seen the things. We have discussed grannies in detail. Yeah. And so, with that said, with everything on the line here, I mean, this is the final touchdown to win the game. Fourth down, 2 yards. So you can't. Don't kick it. Don't kick it. What are you insane? No, you're not going to kick it.
Drive it in.
Bottom of the ninth, 2 down, bases loaded. This is the end of Hoosiers. This is the end of the Mighty Ducks. This is the end of Major League. All right.
Yes.
Quack.
Exactly.
Quack.
So with that said, Ashleigh, starting with you, what is your final answer?
Well, I've just been sitting here trying to think of ways to prolong the game even longer because, it's been so nice connecting with all of you and seeing your faces and making new friends in the Word Heard community. It really has just been such a nice experience. And so because of that, overall, I did change my answer based on the overall experience and the great choices that my partners here and fellow panelists have also chosen. Okay, speed it up. And I changed it to
in license plate form.
Yes. Extra
this
points.
The entire experience. This goes out to all the grandmas.
Oh, this is for you, Grandma. Spark it, pop it, and chew it. It's tasty. That's for you. A special heartwarming out to the grandmas. Thank you, Ashley. That was a wonderful answer. Wonderfully heartfelt. And so, Tommy, follow that up with you. What do you got here?
I said political.
Shake it up.
I echo every sentiment the lovely Ashleigh has said, and I said heartwarming as well.
Yeah. All right. And so, Bennie, we're taking it home. This is you. This is us. This is us.
It's the end of Major League.
All right. Wild Thing is back on the plate. All right. He walked everybody else just to get to his guy. And he's 2 strikes in. So where are we at?
Yeah. You know where we're at? This has been such a lovely night. And I have enjoyed every single moment with you amazing people. All of everybody, I have enjoyed this. And you know what it's been?
What has it been?
Heartwarming.
Heartwarming. I see what you did there.
Wow.
I ran out of space, so I put a dash right
This
there.
is beautiful.
And,
Yeah,
so-
appropriately hyphenating. And we have our final winner. Congratulations to Mr. Wilson 253.
Whoa.
Mr. Wilson 253.
Mr. Wilson.
Definitely,
Wilson.
definitely keep an eye open for that email because you'll be receiving the free unofficial Own Every Word NFT of yourcrypto.com /NFT name.
Wow.
And as much as it pains me to say this, that's our show.
Oh,
Thank you
What?
so much for
No.
watching Own Every Word, the game show. I know. This actually hurts me inside. But before we go, Benny Arthur, where can the people find you?
I'm on this thing called Twitter. Under my name, Benny Arthur, and you can find me on Twitter. I'm also on this new app called Instagram, and
Write that down.
Ooh,
yeah.
I've heard of that.
So and my name on there is Benny A. And if you're ever at the Grove, I might be there someday. So.
I'll see you there.
it.
Moving on.
Or
down
the
the line.
Americana.
Oh, okay. I'm usually
Yeah.
at the Trader Joe's across from the Grove, but I'll catch you on there. Tommy Bechtold, where can the people find you?
You can find me on all platforms at Tommy Bechtold, and you can find me on the extremely successful New Rockstars YouTube channel, giving you all of the hot, nerdy content that you desire.
Yay.
Nice.
I will definitely see you there
Nice.
because I need that. And
Whoa.
Ashleigh, Crystal Hairston, where can the
Yes.
people find you?
Oh, you can find me in the club.
Yes.
Bottle Club.
I got what you need.
Yes.
You need. Yeah.
Also, you can find me at home.
Yeah.
On
Okay.
Twitter. I don't really tweet that much at all, so don't look for me there. But I am on Instagram, Ashleigh Crystal. That's my middle name, Ashleigh
There you
Crystal.
go.
ASHLEIGHCRYSTAL. That's me on Instagram.
Oh, I love it. I love it. This has been such a wonderful treat for me being here with all of you. Thank you all out there for watching. I've been Matt Harris. Our next, just to remind you, our next Own Every Word drop is April 28th. So make sure to find us on crypto.com/NFT. And if you want to play along right now, go over to owneveryword.com. Join us every Wednesday, 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific. And next Wednesday, be sure to tune in because that's when our guest panelists will all be members of the Word Herd. You've been wonderful, everybody.
Nice.
Good night. Shout out to
Good
Random
night.
Fauna. Shout out to Random Fauna.